Did you know that insurance fraud costs consumers $310 billion per year? The average family spends an additional $400 to $700 a year in insurance premiums because of frauds. Today, I'm going to talk about 5 unbelievable scammers who were caught red-handed and are now serving time because they thought they could get away with insurance fraud. The first case is an employee who was working as a motorcycle repair mechanic and claimed that he had injuries to his shoulder and his arm, prohibiting him from working in the repair shop. He went out on workers' compensation, paid medical, and paid disability to the tune of $35,000 for his missed time at work. What happened was he decided to post social media videos and pictures of him dirt bike riding and mountain biking while he was so-called injured and on a leave from work. His coworkers saw these social media posts across different channels, alerted the owners of the mechanic shop, who in turn alerted the workers' compensation provider, who then alerted the State Department of Insurance. After an investigation, the gentleman was charged with 2 felony counts of insurance fraud. The second case, similar to the first one, involves workers' compensation fraud, but in this case from the employer, not an employee. 2 business owners of a trucking company were arrested on 4 felony counts of workers' compensation fraud for under-reporting $2.5 million of payroll to their workers' compensation provider. This scandal was uncovered by forensic workers' compensation experts during a routine work comp audit when they started realizing that the business owners were hiding payrolls for their company. This was all uncovered. It turned out that the company averaged about $5 million of payroll that year and only reported $2.5 million, leaving the work comp company $350,000 short. This type of fraud causes increased premiums and causes people like yourself to spend more money in workers' compensation insurance than you would have to if people were honest and provided the correct amount of payroll and premium to the work comp company. Now, the third case, a little bit of a crazy one. This is one that I haven't really seen before. A former insurance agent who was at this point no longer licensed to provide insurance services decided to steal the identity of his relatives and start an insurance agency under this false identity right at the time of COVID. So this is early 2020 where PPP loans were available. He defrauded the SBA and the government, took out loans under false identity, opened the agency, didn't pay back the loans, and also stole $65,000 in premiums from clients of the insurance agency. Just incredible. This gentleman was arrested on several counts of insurance fraud, spending time in jail, and also has some pretty strict and severe penalties that he owes. The fourth case I want to tell you about involves a person who was arrested and charged with 39 felony counts of insurance fraud. This gentleman created a paper collision ring. Paper collisions are collisions and accidents that didn't really happen. He falsified these accidents, falsified these insurance claims, and collected over $80,000 in insurance premiums for claims that did not really happen. Now, not only did he do that to himself, but he also recruited others to get involved in the ring over social media. So 5 other people were arrested on felony counts. They did this over social media, which is, why would you ever in a million years think that that's going to go uncaught? A couple things that he also did included falsifying collision reports from police and turning those into insurance companies, and also falsifying medical records. The 5th case of an unbelievable scam has to do with 2 bounty hunters eventually arrested because they weren't authorized to do bounty work. Now, if you don't know, bounty hunters are also known as bail recovery agents. These people were not properly licensed or authorized to be bounty hunters. So when they got arrested, they were charged with kidnapping with a firearm, burglarizing of residential property, false arrest, false imprisonment, unbelievable number of felony counts against them because they were capturing fugitives, but they weren't authorized to do so. One of the last cases, as they were being watched, they entered a fugitive's home, caught the fugitive, burglarized the person's home because the firearm that needed to be recovered wasn't at the home, tracked down this person's girlfriend and did the same thing to her while she was in her automobile. Just a crazy, crazy story. There's 5 cases of unbelievable insurance scams and frauds that cost you and I and consumers $310 billion each year, $400 to $700 in increased costs per family for their insurance because of these types of fraudulent situations. Thank you so much for watching my video today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like my YouTube channel, remember to subscribe and also click that little notification bell so that you're notified of any future videos that I release. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you sometime soon. Take care.